Hello viewers and welcome back to an all-new episode of MLB 13, Road to the Show, with our closing pitcher Gus Farmer. Now, as you can tell, this episode is much longer than the previous episodes in the series. We will try and fit in as much games as possible in this episode, but we will also skip quite a few games because something drastic happens in the next episode, and I want to get to it as quickly as possible. So we're making 2 episodes into one and skipping a bunch of games in order to get to the next episode as quickly as possible. So forgot to switch it back to the AA roster, but that's okay. And we are playing the Reading Fighting Phillies minor league team. And that cheer makes me so happy. Pretty snazzy feature. I'm really excited to see if the MLB cheer level is louder. I mean, I feel like it should be. Not as many people are going to be at a minor league game as they are at a major league game. So hopefully they changed it to where volume increases depending on both level versus, you know, minors and majors, and also postseason and all that good stuff. So we get Topps Player of the Game. We're doing very well, striking out a couple. Haven't given up any walks yet so far, and that is, I think, pretty important. I will talk about control later on in the episode, but try and avoid walks as much as possible is the way I like to do things. Very rarely will I intentionally walk a batter. So we get the Reading Phils yet again. We'll just skip this. It wasn't too exciting of a game. We gave up a single, but not too difficult. Very little threat from these Reading Phillies. And as you could tell from the training point screen, it was a leadoff single, then a bunt, and then 2 strikeouts. So not too difficult. And we're gonna skip this one again because this one is even less difficult. We have a 3-1 lead. Give up another single, but really not much to say about these games that I'm skipping. We've seen much of it before. We haven't seen a bunt, but we will later on. So trying to get through this episode, like I said, as quickly as possible. And I don't want to bore you guys. I want to make sure that you're entertained by the videos. So if you don't like the way I'm doing this, then definitely let me know. But I feel like it's the best way to get through these episodes as quickly as possible. I'm going to skip yet another game, 3-1 lead. Very little goes on. We've already played this team a couple of times, and we don't even give up a hit this time, thankfully. We got to get those strikeouts back up, though. Probably should try and strike out at least 2 per game, but we pitched quite frequently in that sequence of skip games, so wanted to make sure we try to get through it as quickly as possible. And in terms of our saves, we are doing pretty well. I mean, we're 5 off from the lead, but we've saved all opportunities that we've gotten a chance to save, so it's really not from any fault of our own. It's more we haven't been given an opportunity to get into the lead. And we're doing pretty well in terms of advancement goals. We have a week left in the advancement period. Hopefully something goes on. Now, this fun little outing, we are given a runner on first. We inherit the runner, so this one is different from all the other ones. Never inherited a runner yet. And hopefully it goes as planned. Trying the bunt. And when a player bunts, it's good to, go up as high as possible with the fastball so that they pop it up. We couldn't get to the pop-up quite quickly enough, so the runner advances to second. And 3-2 count. Nice. Strikeout looking. So far, so good. 2 outs. And that's not good. Darn. Our first blown save. But yeah, that's probably what's going to happen if you throw a cutter in that spot. That was definitely not good. First blown save is... and thankfully the shortstop gets there in time because we are not doing all that well. Blew a save, and we're lucky enough to have good defense in the infield. Yeah, we haven't seen this before because we've never been in the game after we played part of an inning or an inning. So wasn't really sure what to think of that since it was the first time I seen it. I figured it out now. But we don't get to pitch the 10th, and we lose. We didn't get the loss, but our team lost, and that's more important than us getting the loss. We blew the save. Didn't increase our ERA because it was an inherited runner, but still, our streak comes to an end. It was actually a pretty good streak, to be quite honest. Never have I had this good of success with a closer before. I usually have an ERA around 2 or 3 with one, below a couple of saves, and getting very little training points, so this is definitely very good. I mean, we blew the save, but we're doing pretty well considering. And as you can see, the blown save doesn't affect our next outing, get 2 strikeouts, and give up no hits. So we're doing pretty well. And our advancement period ends in a day, so let's see what happens. Doesn't look like we moved up. And yeah, got that message quite a few times now. Now, last episode you got to see the training screen, and you get to see it again because I made a mistake, and I feel like it's important to talk about it. I'm going to speed up the actual point distribution process just because we don't necessarily need to see it again. It's pretty much the same as last time, but as you'll see when we switch screens, yeah, those orange bars, it means the skills are decreasing because points weren't put into it in enough time. So early on in your career, if you don't put the points in to certain skills, well, all the skills, after 8 weeks, they will start to decrease. When you get older, the skills will start to decrease sooner than 8 weeks. But for right now, after 8 weeks, the skills are going to start to decrease, and you're going to see that orange bar. So you have to pay attention to when the last time you trained each skill is, or else you're going to start wasting points putting them into something that you didn't necessarily have to put them into if you would have just paid attention earlier. So luckily, we caught it pretty soon and didn't have too much of a problem. Distributed all my points and still had enough to put them into the advancement goal skills, and also put some into, as you saw, some control. So standings, we are in first place, and in terms of our overall skill, we're at 59, and the bullpen for AAA, we are above quite a few players, so we could definitely make it up if they would give us a chance. We're better than some of them. But we'll have to see 2 weeks before the advancement goal period comes to an end. And the Fighting Phils, yet again, we have been saving quite a few games against them, which means we're winning against them quite a lot. Nothing too much to talk about. Only 8 pitches thrown, no strikeouts, just 2 ground balls and a fly ball. Yeah, see, there you go. Not necessarily anything too thrilling. But now, this team is the Mets minor league team. And remember this team, viewers, because it will come into play next episode. And that's all I'll say right now. So, first batter, and we get a good strikeout. Like I said before, low and inside is definitely best places for fastballs, for swings and misses. And we get a sweeping curve to get him looking. Strikeout number 1. Now, fly ball, not too difficult. The center fielder got it. This one, let's see. Yeah, when that went off the bat, I thought it was going to be a home run, but just misses. And he legs out a double. A little closer than I had expected. So, runner on second, and our shortstop bails us out of trouble again. That probably would have came around the score, but did a good job. Didn't get player of the game, probably not to be expected, and we got a strikeout. 19 pitches thrown. We were throwing quite a lot during the times where I cut out part of the at-bat. So for this episode, that's pretty much it. We blew a save and forgot to put training points into certain things, but we're doing okay. Gus Farmer should be good enough to make it to AAA, but not given the chance yet, so we'll see. So like I said before, next episode something drastic is going to happen, so make sure you stick around, viewers. So thanks for watching and have a good day.